It's Angel Gray, Fox Sports Ohio. Coach, when you welcome in the third highest scoring duo of the league, what's your main approach defensively for just slowing or containing them?
Just make it as difficult as you can. Those two are two of our elite of the elite in our league. Shutting those guys down will take a lot, but we want to make it as difficult on them as we possibly can. Make every catch a difficult catch, get them off their sweet spots, show them crowds, but expect them to make some tough shots and not let that demoralize us, contest them all. And at the end of the day, try to keep them off the free throw line and make every bucket, have to be a hard-earned field goal and not an easy one from the line.
And as your team continues to build on consistency, what step do you want to see taken tonight? Just overall, but just the biggest step that you want to see taken tonight?
Just that level of competition. Whenever you face one of the best teams in the league with, some of the highest level talent in our league, you want to see, are you willing to take that challenge? And that's what's most important for us is I want to see our guys go out there and lay it on the line and see what happens.
And the last one for me, Coach, with it being National Girl and Women in Sports Day, I know that you're a dad of two girls that are athletes, but also have Lindsay Gottlieb on your staff. Your thoughts on her and what she brings to your staff?
Lindsay's awesome. She brings on top of, intelligence and basketball intelligence and being a great person, she brings a calm to the staff as well. Sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, I can get a little excited. And she does a great job of, bringing me back and the same thing with the guys, but giving you, someone who's trustworthy, someone who you can depend on when times are good or when times are bad. But she's awesome. I couldn't say enough positive things about Lindsay.
All right, we've got a very special media member with us tonight, and he'll be up next. Zakari, our Cavaliers junior reporter. Zakari, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I'm Zakari Austin, and I'm a Cavs Kids Club junior reporter.
Hey, Zakari. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Today is National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. What message do you want to share with female athletes and women working in sports?
Go for it and do whatever it takes to accomplish your goals. Put in the work. There's a lot of opportunities out there. The face of women's sport is changing. With professional leagues and basketball and soccer, and all those other sports, there's a large opportunity to accomplish your dream. So whatever it takes, whatever work you have to put in, don't let anybody tell you you can't, and go out and go accomplish your dreams.
And I have one more question for you.
Okay.
As a coach, what do you say to your players so that they play hard but still have fun playing the game?
I think you embrace the competition. You embrace the opponent in front of you and going and giving them your best effort. And if you go out and give your best effort, at the end of the day, you can be proud of yourself because you put your best foot forward. And it's fun. Competing is fun. It's why we do what we do. But the most important thing is competing with your teammates is even more fun. So that's what our goal is to try to get everybody involved and everybody competing at a high level so they can have fun.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you. You did a great job, my man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zakari. Great stuff. We'll go to Fedor next.
Sure. Make me follow Zakari. That's great. Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, JB.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
When you have an opponent like the Clippers that have multiple guys that you could put Isaac Okoro on to defend, I know you've run into this with Brooklyn and Minnesota recently. What goes into the process of determining which guy Isaac is going to get?
A combination of who else we have on the floor and where their strengths may lie. And then we kind of use Isaac as a guy that just fills whatever gap, we see fit based on the other matchups on the floor where we can put guys in positions of strength.
Thank you.
Kelsey.
Kelsey Russo of The Athletic. Hi, JB.
Hey, Kels.
First thing, is Drummond available tonight?
He is available, yes.
Okay. And then kind of on a broader scale, you guys have passed technically the quarter mark of the season for you guys so far. And we've talked so much about the continued growth and the things in this process. But when you evaluate this first quarter of the season, what I guess is the biggest step that you've seen, and what is the next step that you want to see from your guys?
I think it's the progress that we've made from where we began. And again, considering this, where we were last year to finish the season, and then these, first few games, we believe we're a better team now than we were then. I think for us to be able to already have our 10th win compared to this time last year, I think is a step in the right direction. And, it's the consistency for the most part of our identity. We've had a couple of nights where, I didn't think we played to who we were, but most nights we have. And the results may vary, but, as long as we continue to play to our identity, I think we'll continue to get better.
Lawrence
Murray from The Athletic. First of all, Zakari did a great job, so I've been smiling the whole time, being geeking out over that. But JB, I also wanted to ask you kind of a little bit off of Kelsey's question. This was a team last year that was bottom 10 and specifically forcing turnovers, and now you're like top 2 in that same category. And the guards are the same. Well, I think a lot of people kind of correlate being able to force turnovers to veterans guard play. I know you have the rookie Okoro, but how have you kind of put a priority on taking the ball away from teams?
To be honest with you, we prioritize putting guys in the right spots and shrinking the floor more and making teams play in traffic. So I think that's where we end up with a ton of deflections and steals, because we're trying to make guys play in crowded areas. We're not a gambling team. We're not jumping through passing lanes and jeopardizing the integrity of our defense. We like to just shrink the floor as much as we can and put people in a crowd and then get deflections. And then those deflections have led to turnovers.
Marla
Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. I know this is only a small step, but Kevin resuming basketball activities, you finally seeing kind of light at the end of the tunnel with him?
Yeah, we watched him today. We'll throw a workout, and he was moving around, looks, good. He says he feels good. Obviously we're going to be intelligent about how we bring him back, but, it's great to see him on the floor doing basketball activities and not just in a training room.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. JB, obviously Kawhi and PG are the head of the snake there, but they've got like 7 or 8 guys that are shooting 40% from deep. So what do you tell your guys in order to contest, but not only just contest, but smartly contest those shots to make sure that the ones that they make are at least going to be tough?
Well, that's where, obviously they get you, is because, Kawhi and Paul George, are so capable in isolations and one-on-one that teams feel like, you got to overcommit to slow them down. And then the other guys get wide open threes. So again, on a night where, you got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, you have to make a choice. Your choice becomes, do we allow them to take difficult twos, hopefully contested and challenged, as opposed to running and helping and then giving, like you said, those quality shooters wide open threes. So, I think we need to just stay closer to home on their shooters and, as best we possibly can, defend with the man on the ball and the big at the rim.
Tomer.
Hey, Coach, Tomer Zarla from Clutch Points. I'm just curious, you have a couple of young guys on your team. When you have a game like this against a championship contender, a lot of, top 5 guys in their team, do you guys see this as a stepping stone towards what you can become, engaging where you are? And also, do you see your young guys sort of getting up to the challenge and having something extra when you go up against superstars like these?
Yeah, our guys like to take the challenge. And I think that's the, best piece of our young guys, is their willingness to accept these challenges. We know what we're facing tonight. The Clippers are a heck of a team with individual talent. They fit well together. They're well coached. So we know we're going to have our hands full, but our guys don't back down. Our guys, are toes down, chin down, toes forward, going after these guys because, they want to be mentioned at one point in that same conversation. Our guys are hungry to be great, and they know in order to be great, you got to compete at a high level against the best. So we're looking forward to it. Our guys love the challenges, and we're looking forward to a big one tonight.
Last one, Tim Alcorn.
Tim Alcorn, Cavs Radio. Hey, JB.
Hey, Tim.
As elite as they are, they're also on the final game of a 6-game road swing. They're going back-to-back after last night against Brooklyn. Not that you can choose your opponents when you want to see them, but is this a time where, hey, if you're going to play the Clippers, now's the night to play them?
The time to play them was about a week and a half ago when all their guys were out. But no, they, again, all that stuff being said, them having lost the game last night kind of erases that in my mind of how they're going to approach this game. The good teams, the great teams, pride themselves on never losing 2 games in a row. So we expect them to come out and give us their best shot tonight.
When your opponent is on the second night of a back-to-back, does that affect your game plan at all? I know Monday night you talked about thrust and pushing pace. If you've got an opponent that's in their second game in 24 hours, how does that impact a game plan?
Well, you definitely want to make them chase you. We're not going to go out and play reckless basketball, but we want to try to take advantage of some early scoring opportunities because they're a good half-court defensive team anyway. So we want to be able to push and play in front of their defense before they get a chance to get set. But, early in the game, we want to test their legs a little bit and see where they are.